And into the Liverpool FIFA 22 predictions. We'll start off with the goalie again, which obviously in this case is Alisson. Alisson and Ederson quite close competitive, or quite close competitively, always competing for that Brazil number one spot. And they are both highly rated keepers. Um, the only reason I've downgraded Alisson is because I don't think he's better than Ederson. And if I had so basically, I'm saying what they should either both be 90 or both be 89. I'm not really saying Alisson's being downgraded because of his individual performances, although he did have some off performances to note, specifically in the game against Man City last season where they got beat 4-1. He really did bottle that game for the whole team. Um, but anyway, yeah, I think I'm basically just saying that Alisson and Ederson should be the same rating, no matter if that's 90 or 89. Anyway, moving on to right back, we've got Trent. I've kept him the same. I don't think he deserves a downgrade nor an upgrade, simply because he did play a lot of games. He did get a good few, like his passing is brilliant, which is why I've upgraded it to 89. Upgraded his general stats, but I've not upgraded his overall rating. I don't think. Because what I don't think is I don't think he should have been that high in the first place. I think they almost overdid it by making him 87, in my opinion. And they made him 87, but they made his card useless. So I've tried to make it a bit better, as you can see on the screen right there. We'll then move to left back, where I tried not to be biased, as I do really like Robertson in real life. One of the better Scottish players around. And yeah, I've kept it the same, however, made once again his card a lot better by increasing majority of his stats, as you can see. I'm not going to put the other card from this year on, but I'll basically just tell you simply I've upgraded his pace because I think 83 pace on an 87 real player is just a bit weird. So I've upgraded the pace to 87, upgraded his defending by a bit, and upgraded his physical by a fair bit as well, after dribbling and passing the same. Make the card a bit better and more usable. And I also think that that's what EA will do. I think they'll change a few of his stats, but leave him the same. Might be wrong though. We're then going to move into what we have as four centre backs, I believe. Yes, it is four centre backs. So, what we'll do is start off with the the new one and the one that I haven't changed at all, which is Virgil van Dijk. We'll pop these two up now, Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Kanate. So we'll start with Van Dijk. I have kept him the same for the pure reason I think he played. Oh, don't want to get this wrong. I think it's 5 games, or was it even earlier than that? It was 5 games exactly. What's I guess? So yeah, 5 games for him. Um, doesn't deserve an upgrade nor a downgrade realistically. I think he did actually score in those first 5 games, which so it's just he stays the same, simple. Kanate was 7 to 8. I have upgraded him to 80, but no more. As well, I can't say I watched a lot of Bundesliga. However, I did watch them in the Champions League, and I did watch a few games when there was no other Premier League action on. He's not. He wasn't bad when I watched him. However, he did make a few mistakes, but I am going to give him the benefit of the doubt. And I have upgraded him by 2, but I'm not thinking about upgrading him anymore. So that is the two. I've just gone with the ones there that I think are going to start together. I've gone with the back line. I think that's what it'll be. I'll put it on your screen right now. That's what I think that the Liverpool set up next season, if no injuries occur. So yeah, let's get on to these next two centre backs, which are Gomez and Matip. I'll put them both up on the screen for you now. I've given them both -2s, simply because they didn't play a lot. So that means for me they get a bit of a downgrade because, like, the thing is with Van Dijk, he's injured. He cannot play. He would have. These two just simply. I believe Gomez and Matip were both out for a certain amount of time, but definitely nowhere near Van Dijk. And so for that reason, I've given them a bit of a minus. Also because I've never really liked Gomez. I don't think he was. Oh, I want to say he was 80 last year, and he did not deserve to get a +3 in my opinion. Some may disagree, but I do think that we yeah, you shouldn't have given him a +3, maybe a +2 or 1. I know he was okay last season, or sorry, the season before, but I didn't think it was warranted. And I think 81 is right for him because he's not awful, but he is just not a board material for me. Same with Matip. I just think he's just not amazing, not an amazing defender. He always seems to have like that liability about him that he's just going to make a mistake at just some point. And yeah, I've just never really thought highly of him. Because to be precise, he didn't play much either. He played 10 games last season. So yeah, it's just not enough to stay at a board level. So I think 81 is fair enough for both of these. So yeah, let's get into the midfield. And here we are. We've got the midfield, and on the screen right now is for me, the least controversial one in Naby Keita. I have given him a -1. I can't say I watched him greatly, and that's because he wasn't there to watch. He didn't play a great amount, and I do think that he has a good ability. Like he's got the ability to be quite good, and I've heard that said by quite a lot of pundits that they just like know that he has the potential. But 10 games last season just didn't really perform enough. But I think an 80 is still fair enough for the basis of his ability. So we'll quickly move on to the two DMs that I've got here, which are Henderson and Fabinho. Starting with Fabinho, I've kept him the same. I think he was very good. I think he was very solid in front of that defence. He also went into centre back on many occasions. Obviously, Liverpool had major centre back issues last season. He covered there, and he was okay. He was okay considering he was a DM. I think he played very well in that centre back role. So I think I've upgraded a few of his stats. I upgraded his pace by a fair bit. I think was it like 3 or something. Um, quickly check. Yes, I upgraded his pace. And left everything else the same. I do think he's warrants the 87 though, in fairness to him. And then moving on to Henderson, who I've given a downgrade. But mainly I have a main reason for this. I don't think he should have been 86. I don't think he should have gone from 83 to 86. I think that's what he went to, wasn't it? Yeah, that was my point. He shouldn't have, for me, he just shouldn't have been that high. I think 86 was way too high, and the 85 it's fair enough because he is good. He's a great captain. He has a really good passing, which is why I've upgraded it by a bit. Upgraded his passing, upgraded his pace by a bit because I don't see why EA make players so slow when they just aren't that slow. So yeah, I think a downgrade though is warranted in my opinion. Not that he was terribly shocking, but I just don't think he should have been 86 in the first place. So that leaves us to our last midfielder, which is on the screen right now in Thiago. Thiago's a weird one, but for me, I have upgraded him. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because he hasn't played great when he's played for Liverpool. However, I did watch a fair amount of Bayern games because obviously they got really far in the Champions League, and I watched a few of their Bundesliga games. I think he's a really good player. I think his ability, his skill, his passing is very good. He's so good on the ball, which is why I've given him a plus, quite a bit of pace, a bit more shooting, more passing. I have downgraded him on dribbling because 90 is quite a lot. You've got to be unbelievable for that. Maybe 90 was actually warranted, and I've been a bit harsh there. And I did give him a fair chunk of physical, just because like surely nobody's that weak. I feel like it's just not. It's a bit unrealistic sometimes with the physical and defending stats because some of the players, for example, can. Who's in a good example? I can't think of people, but like certain people get back and defend quite well. So yeah, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and give him an upgrade, hoping and thinking that he will play a lot better. And I do think EA will do the same because he played really well for Bayern. So unless they take in the start of his Liverpool career into it and to give him a downgrade, which they could easily do, but I will stick with the +1. So that's enough of the midfield. Let's get into the attack. And here we are with the Liverpool predictions for the attackers. I think we'll start with the furthest back in Firmino. I've kept him the same. On paper, he had quite a decent season. I think it was like 20 goal contributions. Although I can't be too sure. He basically didn't play awful. However, he has got to like get better because he was actually it's not good enough to the point that Jota came in and replaced him, and which is why we'll move on to him right now. We're giving him a +2, which for me is arguably maybe not even enough. Could have pushed him to 83, but I have just left him at 82 for now, as from an 80, and I think it's well deserved. I think he was very good when he came in for Liverpool. A lot of people didn't think he'd get in over Firmino, but he came in and he played amazing. He scored a good bunch of goals, and I will actually be specific and tell you that he scored so he scored 9 goals in the 19 games he played, which I think is very good for someone who's just come into a new team with boots to fill. With like he was under pressure because he had to show that he was better than Firmino, which he did well. And yeah, I think the +2 is well deserved. Now there's two really big players next in the two wingers, Mane and Salah. We'll start with Mane first. I've kept him the same but upgraded a few stats. I think on paper he had an okay season for his standards. I think he maybe could have done a bit better in some aspects, but he definitely didn't play bad. He got 11 goals in his 35 games, and he did get a good few assists. So I think that to keep him the same rating and upgrade some overall stats is definitely fair enough, as we did upgrade his dribbling, his shooting, and no, sorry, we didn't upgrade his dribbling. We upgraded his shooting, his passing, and his physical by a decent amount. On to Salah now, who we did give an upgrade, and it's quite a big upgrade actually, because I just think he's been so consistent, bagging 30 goals season, and like what was it, the last three? I don't think he quite got it this season. I want to say is correct, but he's just been so good, and I think he definitely deserves a 91 for all his like consistency. Like, yeah, 22 goals last season. No, sorry, what I meant to say was goal contributions, not just goals, because he did get more than 30 goal contributions last season and the season before, and he got 32 goals in 78. You see, basically he's been really, really consistent, and I think 91 is well deserved. So that is Liverpool done, along with City. So that is going to conclude today's video. I hope you have enjoyed this different style of video. Let me know your opinions on these predictions, if there's anyone you think should be lower rated, higher rated, and just whatever. I didn't include every player from Liverpool and Man City, or else we'd be here for quite a while. The next teams I'll be doing will probably be probably Chelsea and Man U, probably. In fact, no, yeah, it'll be Chelsea and Man U at another date. But that'll do for now. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, sorry, could you leave a like, and if you could subscribe, that would be absolutely amazing. Just to let me know that you are liking this concept of obviously predictions, and we'll be doing more in maybe tomorrow or the day after's video. But for now, that'll do. So until next time, peace.